Love, villainy, murder. Yep, it's opera season, and passions are running high in San Diego Opera's production of Tosca. Puccini's opera sometimes gets dismissed as a melodrama about a fiery, black-eyed diva, her idealistic lover, and a sadistic police chief.
Challenge is not to fall into the cliches of melodrama, with someone throwing his forearm on his forehead and big eyes.
Director Leslie Koenig doesn't want Tosca to be about a scary woman with a knife, but rather about people dealing with real emotions.
I want all my pieces to be filled with a kind of wondrous humanity and no cliches.
But that humanity can be on a larger-than-life scale, so that the villainous Scarpia can enter like Darth Vader and provide a character you love to hate. But scale presents a different kind of challenge for production carpenter and technical director John David Peters.
Tosca is one of those very challenging operas because you have to have a really big, elegant set for the first act, and then you get into the second act and you have a murder on stage where one principal artist stabs the other, so you have to make sure that that trick doesn't go awry.
And even if we rehearse with that, something can go wrong and you can maybe do something, and you must be careful not to kill somebody real.
Okay, spoiler alert, we're going to talk about who dies, but this opera's been around for more than a century, so revealing what happens is a bit like telling you that Romeo and Juliet die at the end of Shakespeare's play. Figuring prominently in the multiple deaths of this opera is Tosca herself.
She's a very passionate woman. In a few moments, she loses everything. She loses the man she loves, she kills somebody, and she kills herself.
The suicide's easy. You just get them up there and throw them off.
Koenig has directed Tosca before, and the famous leap to death hasn't always been easy. In her previous production, the soprano wouldn't jump.
She was supposed to jump, and her last line is Scarpia avanti addio, and instead of jumping, she hiked up her skirts and walked off stage left. And the audience went into an uproar. It was so hilarious. I did cry a little bit.
But soprano Alexia Vulgaridou has no such hesitations.
You must do it really with a jump. You cannot be there and, you must do it with impulse so that it can be true and that the public, they stay with like that.
She's one of the least timid Toscas that we've ever had.
It takes courage to do it, but it works fantastic.
We have to come up with a jump pad for her to leap into, and we have to gain the confidence of the singer to get her to believe that we have an appropriate jump pad and that we won't not be there when she makes the leap.
First of all, you must trust very much the crew and all the preparation because it's not something banal that you do every day.
I can generally get the singers to go along with the jump by setting it just a little bit lower than they really want to have it. And then I say, would you like me to bring it up a little bit? And I bring it up a little bit. Oh, I like that.
They're prepared if I fall a little bit on the side to catch me, so I feel quite safe.
I catch her eyes, I let her know that we're right there, so that when she jumps into that pad, she knows that we're right there to help her.
Koenig says Tosca is a good starter opera because the narrative is direct and the emotions are clear and vivid.
I really think this is one of the pieces that's so compact. There's not a lot of subplots going on. There's a little political stuff, intrigue going on underneath. But it's a piece I really think that you could come and see it without surtitles and you'd understand absolutely what was going on the whole time.
All it requires is a leap of faith. Beth Accomando, KPBS News.